You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
What a beautiful day for horses in the morning.
You are listening to the #1 horse podcast in the world. Here is your entertaining look at the horse world and the people in it.
Well, happy Freestyle Friday, everybody. I am Glenn the Geek in Ocala, Florida.
And I'm Jamie Jennings, and I'm back in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yay!
You're listening to Horses in the Morning on the Horse Radio Network for Friday, February 23rd, episode 3372, brought to you today by Kentucky Performance Products. Good morning, horse people.
It's Friday, and another weekend of riding is a few short hours away. Jamie and Glenn are here to help you make it through the day with some fun guests and some really bad ads. Enjoy the show.
That's right. It is Friday, everybody, and I know that the weather is not quite as bad in parts of the country.
Oh my God, it's so pretty here. It's going to be like 80.
Is it really?
Yes, it's warmer here than it was in Florida when I was there.
Yeah, it's not 80 here. That's crazy. Wow. Well, welcome home to your warm state of Oklahoma.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Well, today we're going to do our monthly horsey trivia with a couple of our auditors. Always a lot of fun. We have some really bad ads. Jamie has a, is it a training tip? What do we call it?
Well, it's more like a training question about something that I did that we're going to talk about. Okay. Plus, I also am horse shopping with Farm Boy, and I'll tell you about it before we get to really bad ads, but I went to a Craigslist ad, and I saw a horse. So Farm Boy and I went to visit it.
Okay, I got to hear about this. Your horse shopping stories are always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we've covered on the show over the years the battle between Ocala and Lexington, Kentucky, about who's the horse capital of the world. They both claim it. They both have signs as you're entering town. They went to court a number of years ago and sued each other for the title, and the judge went, hey, you can both say it, because I don't think the judge really cared. But the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association released results of the American Horse Council 2023 Economic Impact Study. We talked about that in relation to California.
It must be time. Yeah, it must be time for all the studies to be correlated.
Well, it proved that Marion County, Ocala, is, in fact, the horse capital of the world.
Blah, blah, blah.
With 75,000 horses and ponies in the county, it is more than any other single county or parish in the United States. Of course, thoroughbreds are about half of that. There are 28,500 equine and equine-related jobs in this county alone. It's 1/5 of the Marion County employment is horsey stuff.
So 75,000 horses and ponies in one county?
In one county.
That's a lot of poop. Like that's all
it's a big
I can
county.
think of.
Our county is the size of the county is the size of Rhode Island, so it's a big county. But it's 50 thoroughbred related jobs are 56% of the equine workforce. So we have a lot of thoroughbreds here. They're not the big, huge farms that stand out like around Lexington. So I think there's just a ton of farms. They're just hidden in all the nooks and crannies around. And I think that's where the difference is, whereas in Lexington, they're bold and in your face,
No, it's like Ocala is, what I always thought of was like, if you can afford to send your race horses to Kentucky, you do. And if you can't, you send them to Ocala.
Well, most of the Kentucky farms also have a Florida farm, and they bring them down here in the winter.
Yeah.
Get this, 20% of the total land mass in Marion County is for horse-related purposes, farms. 20% of all the property in the county is farms for horses. That's pretty incredible. So I love this quote from the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders. Marion County has clearly maintained its rightful position as horse capital of the world by population, participation, and economic value. We win, ha! I added that.
I feel like this is like a really unimportant peeing match.
It's been a peeing match, though, for like 30 years. And it's true. You go into both towns and they both have the sign. All right, let's do some Daily Whinnies. Only one auditor birthday this weekend, and that's Debbie Holt. She's a fellow cruiser. Debbie's been on every one of our cruises. So when they went on the first cruise 6 years ago, she's also on the Hike the Appalachian Trail last year, too. But when they went on the first cruise 6 years ago, it was their first cruise ever. They apparently liked cruising because since then, Jamie, they have done 24 cruises.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
She needed a break from the climbing the big mountain.
I think she needed to climb the big mountain to lose some weight from all the cruises. Is what I
From
think.
burning calories
Yeah,
from all that
exactly.
sitting and eating.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a birthday, too, if you can play it for...
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's kind of like a birthday anniversary. So happy birthday to my brother, Josh. It was his birthday yesterday. And I always remember there's a direct correlation between my brother's birthday and something very important to me, because February 22nd was the day where I hopped on a plane and sat next to my now husband. And I remember how mad my brother was that I was leaving on his birthday. And I'm like, I have to get out of here. I just need a break. And so I hopped on the plane and then sat next to Chad, and the rest of the world was changed. So that was 16 years ago. Good Lord.
you had me concerned there for a minute because when you said it was your brother's birthday, I was thinking your twin brother, and I forgot your birthday.
Oh, not the twin, the other one.
Okay, had me panicked there for a second.
I'm not going to give myself a birthday daily, Winnie. That's just
No,
not
I thought
kind
that
of
was
who
your
I am.
roundabout way for jabbing me for forgetting your birthday. I was like,
No, no, but yeah. So yes, 16 years ago yesterday, I sat on an airplane and sat next to Chad, and the rest is history.
we're still together all these years later.
Still together.
So you had a comment from a listener, right?
Yeah. So Taco Tuesday, my sweet little pony, who came to me from kind of more of a Western trained kind of effect, which not that it has anything to do with the way that Western people train, but the way that he was trained was if you move your hand too fast around him, you can see him flinch. You know, if you come at him too quick, he'll flinch. If you go to touch his
Had a
face,
few hackney ponies that way.
yeah, you know, he's been handled fairly rough. I mean, when I bought him, he had like slices on the, corners of his mouth from the hard bits. And I saw videos of him being ridden. It was like spur and yank. So he's not the most trusting little dude in the world. And so when you go to do a join up, he would, address the fact that you ask him to come to you, but he wouldn't come to you because it took anyway. The other day, the first time he actually came off the wall and walked right up to me for join up. And somebody asked, why is that a thing? Like, why is that taking so long? Why I didn't realize that it could take multiple attempts. And this was probably the third join up I'd ask him. And to get the horse to actually come up to you, you have to you're always training the horse that you have. There's no, manual for this is the way horses always behave. This is the way that anybody who's ever worked with more than one horse understands that horses have different personalities and come from different places with different experiences. And the horses that have no trauma find it a lot easier to trust. Let's think about that in human terms. Are you going to be able to easily trust if you've had a lot of trauma in your life, or is it going to take you a while? It's going to take you a minute. So
Well,
with
to be honest, I never want to get on a late bus after sports again because that's where all the bully football players used to beat on me. So, yeah.
you have
This,
trauma.
how many years later is this?
I don't know how that references what we're talking about.
I have trauma. I don't want to get on the late bus again.
You're not getting on the late bus. Glenn's going to walk. But yeah, so when you ask for a join up, and you basically join up is a conversation where you are causing the horse to want to be with you rather than want to be away from you. you couldn't catch him in the field, so he's not going to all of a sudden magically like run right up to you and be in your back pocket. But he would stop and he would understand that my body language was communicating something, but he wasn't quite sure. And that day 3, he just walked right up and has been following me ever since. And now I can walk right up to him and catch him. You got to go slow. You can't just like march right up to him and put a halter on. You got to kind of slowly breathe out and walk up towards him and keep your arm out and just touch him first. You're not going to run up and throw a halter on him like he's a normal horse. But it was really a beautiful thing. It's always so beautiful when that happens for the first time. But yeah, sometimes it takes more than the first time to get that magical response that we all want to get. And that's just kind of part of it. It's just understanding the horse, and that's where they tell you a lot, like he's communicating to me like I'm compliant, but I don't like it, or I'm just gonna not happily and willingly give myself over to you because I don't trust, because humans have lied to me in the past. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
And it's true for humans too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, all of this, you could take out the word horse and the whole conversation I just had and sub in human, and it would be almost exactly the same. So it is definitely, but with horses and with humans, you have to know who you're talking to, like understand, like you can't read the horse, understand what the horse is going to say to you, and read the horse, and then you go from there. And so do I appreciate the fact that he didn't come up to me the first time? Yeah, because I get it, because we're going to have to work through some trauma.
In a way, we're always doing join-ups with our horses, right? If you think about them coming up to you in a field, that's the same thing. It's just you're doing it constantly throughout their entire lives. You may not realize it or think about it in those terms, but that's what's happening.
Well, when they come up to you in the field, it's because your body language is inviting and your adrenaline is low. If you walk up to your horse, people always say, I can't catch my horse. And I'm like, okay, send me a video. And they shoulders square, staring at the horse in the eyes, march out to the field with the halter in their hand. And that horse is like, no. And they think, oh, my horse doesn't like me. No, literally your body language just said, go away. Eyes on eyes, shoulders square at your horse, going towards them like that. You're telling that horse in that horse's language to go away. That's how mares chase off, get away from me. You see horses talk to each other all the time like that. And so you have to be aware of what your eyes and your body is doing. And if you just adopt kind of a more easygoing way, you're like, oh, my horse follows me everywhere. Well, it's because you're not telling him to go away.
Well, with some horses like Scooter, they look at that. If you go in with that stance, they look at that as a challenge, and they're ready for the fight. He doesn't run away, right? So he does the opposite thing. He's like, okay, I'm ready. Come in.
Really?
Oh yeah. He's always been that way with other horses and humans.
Yeah.
So you have to approach him like you're talking about. You have to
little Napoleon complex.
Oh yeah,
thing.
That's exactly what it is with him.
I will tell you that Taco, my little pony, runs the field. So he's kind of got that Scooter demeanor as well. Like, oh, really? That's my food.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat that. And even Miles, who's the big bully and delusion.
He was starved before.
Yeah. I mean, he's starved now. He was starved when I got him. So
yeah, well, there you go. I mean, I think that's Napoleon and having been starved in a previous, time. In Scooter's case, almost dead. I can understand why he wants to make sure his food's still there.
It's really hard to now. Not that he was starved, but he was thin. But a thin pony is a starved horse.
Right,
it's
exactly.
really hard to starve a pony and to make a pony skinny. And I look at him, and my vet came back out to see him the second time, and she was like, "Oh my God, he looks so much better." And I was like, "Yeah, that's food." Like, I did nothing. I just fed him.
Yeah, it's amazing what food will do.
Food, deworming, get his teeth done. He's got some vaccines. Like, whoo, it's amazing.
It's a horse again.
It's a miracle.
Well, and I'm sure part of that regimen with him is a product from KPP.
Oh, my God. They run my world. Everybody who comes in the barn is on Elevate deal. Like, I'm sure he's probably like, what are these magical additions to my actual food?
He's never had those before, supplements. Never had a supplement in his life.
No. And I remember that people were like, what? I was like, okay, does he have, I asked what type of food he was on, and I'm like, oh man, this guy's going to get it. He's going to be so spoiled because they didn't even know what he was eating. Whatever. It's fine.
Well, we're doing a poll in the auditor room right now, and one of them was, have you bought a product from one of our sponsors? And I cannot tell you how many of the answers were, I can't tell you, I should own stock in Kentucky Performance Products because of your show.
Good Lord. My tack room is an advertisement.
Yeah, you should own stock too. But let's hear from KPP, and then we're going to come back with our monthly trivia challenge with Auditors Claire and Ursina.
This Nutritional Minute is brought to you by Kentucky Performance Products. Biotin is a B vitamin and has become commonplace in feed rooms across the world because of its reputation as an effective hoof supplement. An interesting fact that was discovered by researchers looking at biotin's impact on hoof quality was that horses with normal blood levels of biotin still had poor quality hoof horn, and that despite normal blood levels, horses responded to high doses of biotin given orally. This tells us that unhealthy hooves are not necessarily a result of a deficiency. Over the years, multiple other studies have found a statistically significant improvement in overall hoof condition when horses are supplemented with at least 20 milligrams of biotin per day. Researchers found that if improvement in hoof quality was seen within 8 to 15 months of supplementation, the horse would need to remain on biotin the rest of its life to maintain that improvement. Other nutrients such as zinc, methionine, and iodine can also affect hoof quality. A well-balanced hoof supplement will contain all of these nutrients in addition to the 20 milligrams of biotin per serving. When you're looking for an affordable, effective hoof supplement, we recommend Caraform Hoof and Coat Supplement. If you want a show ring shine and strong, healthy hooves, you can count on Caraform. You can learn more about Caraform at kppusa.com. Got questions about your feeding program? We can help. Email Karen at questions@kppusa.com or call us at 859-873-2974.
Well, it's time for our monthly trivia that we play with our auditors. Auditors are our super fan group. They all donate a little bit of money that helps out the hosts and also the network. And you could become an auditor by going to horsesinthemorning.com and clicking on the auditor banner. And we have two of them with us today, in addition to our host of trivia every month. She writes the questions. And, of course, you've heard her on the show many times before. Ashley's with us. Hi, Ashley.
Good morning, everyone.
So, I heard you got some help this month with this
question.
Well,
I did have a very strenuous, scientifically backed proofreading process this time because I got a little bit of flack for my questions last time being too easy or maybe improperly sourced. And you know what? It was like near the holidays. I was tired. It happens to the best of us. So, to make sure that wouldn't happen this time, I called my good friend, Glenn's roommate, a.k.a. Coach Jen. And I said, Jen, I need you to make sure that these questions are worthy of trivia this round so I don't get any more crap. And she, God bless her, she came right back to me. And actually she offered 2 or 3 replacement questions because I had really dug to the depths of the internet on that.
So she thought a couple of them were too hard?
Too hard,
oh my God.
Obscure.
Jamie, tell Ashley when Jennifer used to ask the questions, we would never get any of them. They were just...
If she thought they were too hard, I want to hear them.
Yeah,
I want to hear them at the end.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that at the end because if they're too hard, they're really hard and there's no chance we're going to get them. So this might be the exact opposite of last time. We might get none of the answers, Jamie.
Now, here's what's cool is usually we say if you have complaints, send them about the question, send them to Jennifer at Horse Radio Network. She has a special file that she puts your complaints in. But then it was like, okay, well, no, sorry, now you got to complain to Ashley at horseradionetwork.com. But now what I'm hearing is we can actually defer the complaints back to Jennifer since she proofread them. Perfect.
This is Ashley's scheme.
She's so smart.
All right, let's meet our competitors today. And our first competitor is Claire. Howdy, Claire. Where are you from?
Hello, I am in Arizona.
Oh, wow. Okay. And we have Ursina. Ursina, where are you from?
I'm from Quebec, so the other end of the continent.
Canada versus the United States.
The other end of the weather spectrum. Yes. It's Arizona versus
Hey, I'll let
Canada.
you know it was like 8 degrees yesterday. It was spring. It was awesome.
Oh my God. You are demented and delusional, and you have learned to suffer, and it's okay. You can come and stay at my house. It's fine. So I'm so excited because Ursina is one who always contributes to weird news and sends me some lots of fun stories. And Claire is the lovely woman who sent me the beautiful drawing of my American Pharaoh baby, American Hustle. And I have it framed and it's on my desk right here. And Claire, I just want to say thank you so much. That was so sweet.
Oh, I just felt like I had to after listening to the show. My heart just broke for you. And I'm so glad that you like it.
It's sitting right here on my desk. Beautiful frame picture. So thank you very much. So we got to separate into teams. So being that she's Arizona and she's also my personal artist for my office here, I'm going to go with Claire, and Glenn has Ursina, and they're going to lose to Claire and I today.
I don't think so. I hear Quebec people are very smart. That's what I heard.
Is that what you heard?
I'll try my best.
She doesn't sound super confident.
No, she doesn't. And she's teamed up with me, which even makes it worse.
That's okay. Sometimes you surprise us.
All right.
Your team.
So this is the way it works. We can confer on the answer. Don't take forever. We can confer on the answer. You give a final answer. There's no stealing in this game. So you either get the question, you don't, and then we move on. And we have three rounds of 3. And I will make little slash marks and keep the score. Ashley, are you ready?
I am so ready.
All right. Well, let's let United States go first because they need an advantage.
USA. USA.
I'm representing Canada also, Ursina. It's you and I. We're Canadians today. A.
Sounds good.
Ashley got it.
Question 1.
Ashley heard my A at the end there and got it.
That was a good one. That was a dad joke. He just kind of worked it in at the end there. Oh my gosh. All right. Question 1 for USA. Which film features the only Oscar-winning performance by a horse? Black Beauty in 1971, The Black Stallion in 1979, National Velvet in 1945, or Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron in 2002?
Oh, I know.
Wait.
Ooh.
The horse won an Academy Award.
An Oscar.
Okay, same thing. Okay, I mean, I know Matt Damon, who did the voice of Spirit, has actually won an Oscar, not for Spirit. Do you have a thought?
Yeah, but I don't think that counts as an actual horse. That's just Matt Damon. Part of me wants to say Black Beauty. Man, I'm not really sure, though.
Read the question one more time. See if she trick-worded.
Which film features the only Oscar-winning performance by a horse? Black Beauty, 1971, Black Stallion, 1979, National Velvet, 1945, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, 2002.
It does not say the voice. It says the actual horse. And I do know that the Black Stallion did get a lot of accolades. So up to you, Claire.
Oh, goodness. Well,
we need an answer,
Black Stallion always had a special place in my heart, so let's just go with that.
Okay,
All
final
right.
answer. Black Stallion.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Correct. Well done.
I need backstory on that. What's the deal with that?
I even put in sources for the ones I could find because that's how over prepared I was for this one.
We gave her too much crap the last time.
I'm Siri. I'm
okay, I'll do a horses in history on that at some point, but we have to keep the game moving there.
Okay. What is the primary function of the cecum in the horse's digestive system? A, absorption of nutrients. B, fermentation of fiber. C, storage of food. Or D, production of enzymes.
I should know this because I think we've talked about it in the past.
This is the stuff I know.
I know. She knew I wouldn't know this.
I'm on a blank.
Can you give me the 4 options again, quick?
Absorption of nutrients, fermentation of fiber, storage of food, or production of enzymes.
Either the first or the last.
That's what I was thinking too. Either the first or the last. I don't know.
Probably the first?
Yeah, that's what I was. My first impression was the first one. All right. Well, you
Final
want to go with that?
Absorption of the nutrients.
Yeah, absorption of nutrients. Yeah. Final answer. Oh. Was it the last one?
The correct answer is fermentation. Of fiber.
Oh.
The cecum is a large pouch where microbes break down complex carbs found in fiber.
The only reason I know that is because my horse growing up had colic surgery and had a full cecal bypass, so he had to be careful with his fiber intake. Good. I'm a nerd. It's fine.
No, I think you've just had horses that have had every problem that ever existed.
That's also true. Go ahead. Next question.
Next question. The raised leather design on the front of a Western saddle, often adorned with silverwork, is called the A, horn, B, fork, C, cantle, or D, skirt.
Well, the skirt is the skirt is to the left and the right, so the square part around it. Yeah. So. And do people put conchos on horns?
Yeah, I think so. I've seen some saddles that have silver on the horn, on the very top of the tip.
I mean, my first thought was the skirt, but again, she's asking an English girl Western. I don't know. Are you Western or English, Claire?
She's Canadian.
Either one.
Okay.
No, I'm not Canadian.
Oh, sorry, Claire. She's from Arizona.
She's neither.
All right. Read the question one more time, and then we'll go with our answer.
Yeah.
Okay. The raised leather design on the front of a Western saddle, often adorned with silverwork, is called the horn, fork, cantle, or skirt.
Oh, my God. She said raised. I think you're right. I think we'd go with horn. It sounds wrong, though.
Yeah.
What is it?
Fork.
Dang it.
I would have actually gotten that one.
Of course you would, because it wasn't your question.
I would have.
I did know that one. I looked at saddle making at one point.
Oh, there you go. We would have gotten it.
Sorry, English loser over here. Doesn't know.
All right, it's our chance to tie it up here.
Okay.
We'll give it a shot.
What years were the first and most recent Black Beauty feature films released? 1929 and 2021, 1974 and 2020, 1947 and 2020, or 1952 and 1997?
I have no help here because you know how I feel about Black Beauty. So,
I've never seen it, so
there we go.
Very helpful.
I don't know who you people are anymore.
Same.
I'm gonna go. What was the 1950s?
I grew up without a television.
Yeah. What was the 1950s one?
You are Canadian. Maybe they didn't have TV up there.
Yeah.
They
Ashley,
do. We just didn't have one.
What were the answers again, quick?
Sure. A, 1929 to 2020 and 2021.
Too early.
B, 1974 and 2020.
Too late.
C, 1947 and 2020. D, 1952 and 1997.
I'm going to go with, I think it's 47 and 2020. That's my gut. What do you think?
That sounds I think that sounds okay. I thought one was in the 60s, but I could be very
Well, we
wrong.
could go with D. You would probably know better than me. So 50s and then it was 70s, though.
97.
No,
D is 1952 and 1997.
That seems, no. I don't. One of them was recently.
Yeah. I'm thinking 47 and 2020. That's what my gut says.
We'll go with that.
All right, we're going with that. Yay! I guessed correctly. Because I haven't seen either one of them, so I guessed right. I just knew it had to be around the 40s or 50s.
Now, just so you know, Ashley, the Ashley that I just sent to you to book is the director of that most recent Black Beauty.
Oh my gosh, full
the
circle
writer-director,
moment.
the whole
We
thing.
Love it.
She did all of it.
Oh my God, how funny.
Yeah. So she'll be coming on next couple weeks.
And look at me, super smart guessing that. I don't have to watch the movie, though, do I?
I think you had some help. I think Ursina actually was the one who picked that one, but go ahead. It's fine.
I'll let you handle that interview, Jamie.
Next question. Where would one find oral plaques? Under the fetlock? On the inside?
In the ears. In the ears. In the ears. Sorry. Let's save some time.
Now, I'd like to point out that came from Jen as a replacement question. Thank you very much.
Oh, Jen gave you an easy one.
So, Glenn, you could take that up with your wife.
Okay. All right, we can
Friday
still try
trivia,
it here.
Tearing marriages apart.
All right, we're ready. We can try it.
Okay. What is the name of the only horse to ever win 3 gold medals in show jumping? Is it Gigolo, Holla, Hickstead, or Charisma?
I think it's Hickstead.
I thought it was Hickstead, too. We'll go with Hickstead. What?
The answer is Holla, also known as Sonnenglans, has won 125 jumping competitions and the most medals in Olympic history. Holla retired from the sport in 1960 to become a broodmare.
Huh. Who knew?
Apparently that was a long time ago.
All right, so we're end of round 1, right? And it is 2-1 United States in the lead.
Yes.
I have 3 questions left. I had 3 rounds of 3.
Okay.
But there's not 3 people playing. There's not 3 teams. There's only 2 teams.
So how many more questions do you want me to ask?
So we need to have 2 more questions. 2 more questions.
Okay, great. Okay. Next question. In Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, what specific breed inspired the animation of Spirit's design? Is it the Mustang, the Kiger Mustang, Arabians, or Appaloosas?
I thought it was the Kiger Mustang, but I could be wrong.
Oh, it's
Claire.
Ooh. I think it's the same. Yeah, I think it's that one too. So let's go. Woohoo!
Yeah!
I
don't know if you guys are. I don't know if you guys are keeping track of points, but pretty much we just beat you. Go ahead, take the next question, just for fun.
I'm still not even sure how many questions we have left. So,
Okay, this should be the last one. Which equestrian discipline was not part of the original 1896 Summer Olympics? Dressage, cross country, show jumping, or polo?
18.
I did a whole
Which
history
year?
segment on the Olympics and the history too. I should know that 1896. Dressage.
Would they have had polo at it? That's the one that sticks out to me.
Yeah, actually, I think I actually think they did have polo, but it might have been later on in time. All right, we'll go with polo. It was cross country, wasn't it?
Oh, wait, sorry. No, polo is right. Polo is right.
Oh, good.
Sorry, guys. I was
I was like,
reading.
did they cancel events?
No, I'm sorry. I read my notes wrong.
Yeah, polo. They did do it, but it was like in the early 1900s when they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a demonstration sport, but never part of the official Olympic program.
Yeah, there you go. Well, so is that the last question?
Yes.
We should get the 2 hard ones, and we'll see if we can tie it. Let's do the 2 hard ones.
Okay.
All right, and this is the first person to answer, period. So.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So if you know it, shout it out, Claire. Come on, Ursina.
Okay.
All right, let me find it in here.
These are the ones Jennifer rejected. So,
what is the term for the loose skin hanging under a horse's jaw? Fetlock, gaskin, wither, or dewlap?
Dewlap.
Dewlap.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
That was Jamie and Claire who both answered that.
you only get 1 point.
So it's 2 points.
I was going to say double chin. I was going to jump in double chin, but that's what it is on me.
Also correct.
That's what it is on me. It's like.
Okay. This is the one that
Obviously,
Jen noted as.
Yeah, Jennifer shouldn't have rejected the last one. They got it right away.
This one, Jen said, was too obscure.
This is for the victory. Whoever gets this wins the whole thing. Okay. Throwing you a bone, Glenn. Come on.
Thank you.
This is going to be great. What famous painting was referenced in the scene where Black Beauty collapses in
What's
the
with Black
snow
Beauty today?
in the 1971 film? Was the painting The Haywain by John Constable, The 3rd of May, 1808 by Francisco Goya, The Monarch of the Glen by Edwin Landseer, or The Nightmare by Henry Fuseli?
I'm going to go Nightmare.
Mona Lisa.
Starry Night.
We're just naming paintings now.
It's the only ones I know.
Don't even have horses in them.
What is it with Black Beauty in you today? You just
I wanted to pull like some from pop culture, some from the sport, some from film, and Black Beauty has a lot of questions out there. The correct answer. And Glenn, I'm honestly surprised you didn't choose this because it has your name in it.
I knew
Monarch of the Glen.
Yeah, well, that shows you what I know about Black Beauty, which is nothing. So, well, congratulations to the United States. The United States won.
USA.
Yes. Congratulations.
Ursina, do you speak French?
Absolutely not.
Oh, really? I thought you would. Okay. I was going to have you swear at him in French.
No, I live in the part that is 95% English speaking, historically English speaking, and right on the border with Ontario. So Quebec does not like to acknowledge that we're part of the province.
Got it.
I do love you guys following Ursina on Facebook because it is just such an amazing life being in like Northern Canada and having to have horses, just the different levels of horsemanship that have to, and work that have to be in place to manage horses in that kind of climate. Ursina, you're a superhero, girl.
Thank you.
Ironically, her cell phone's been better than most of our guests who live near cities, too. So.
That is shocking because I am literally sitting in the middle of my staircase, which is the only place we have service.
There you go.
Don't move.
Well, thank you guys for playing. We really appreciate it. Congratulations to Claire and your partner there. Congratulations for winning.
Hi.
Well, thank you.
I'm Jamie. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Ashley.
See you guys.
All right, bye.
Yep, thanks. Bye.
All right after this word from some of our sponsors, we're going to talk about Jamie's horse shopping adventures, her latest ones, and also then some really bad ads.
Easy, effective, and eco-friendly fly control starts with Fly Predators. Fly Predators are the organic, natural way to dramatically minimize your fly problem. Learn more about Fly Predators and other Spalding Labs fly control solutions at Spalding, spalding-labs.com.
For first-time horse owners and new riders, finding the information and support you need can be challenging. That's why Equine Network has partnered with Sentinel and Absorbine to bring you My New Horse. From important horsekeeping information and how-to videos to social media communities, exclusive experiences, and more, My New Horse is your one-stop shop for riders of all levels and disciplines looking for easy-to-understand horse care information and guidance. Start your horse ownership journey today. Visit mynewhorse.com.
Oh, it's my favorite time of the week, Really Bad Adz. But before we get to that, I have to tell you that Really Bad Adz is somewhat detrimental to my mental health because what happens is I look for really bad ads and I'm like, oh, I like that horse. And so Farm Boy has decided that he wants to buy a horse to have for the next year and then sell it. But he doesn't want to get an off the track thoroughbred. He wants to get an unstarted horse. So he will start it from scratch and have an entire year to ride it before he goes off to and leaves me forever. So
he's a little too tall for most Mustangs too, isn't he?
Well, I mean, Mustangs are pretty hardy. They can handle a lot. So we've been looking online, but I came across so basically what he wants is something over like 3 or over that is unstarted. And
well, we've seen a lot of those in Really Bad Adz.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, this is like a candy store, man. In Oklahoma, like 5-year-old unstarted horses. Here's the problem: is finding an unstarted horse that's also not feral. Because I need it to be handled because I don't have gentling kind of facilities here. So it needs to be handleable and lead, it needs to lead basically and be touched. But that is proving hard to find actually. And the thing is, it also has to be cheap because he and I never do this. This is going to just never do this. He and I are going to be partners on it. So I'm going to buy the horse and then he's going to train the horse and then we'll catch up at the end kind of thing. I was like, I'm like, not your sugar mama. That sounds weird, but I'm like, I'm going to be your like financial supporter for this whole idea. I'm a business partner. Thank you, Glenn.
You're welcome.
So we're going in as partners.
Keep you out of trouble here.
I know, right? I was like, I said that and I was like, but not that, not that.
I thought about taking it out, but now I'm going to leave it in.
Yeah. Good times. Thank you. He and I laughed about it because I was like, what's the word? There's a different word besides that, but it's not that. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so I was on Craigslist last week looking for, to check out some Oklahoma bad ads. I love to find those. And then this horse came up and it is a buckskin draft horse for sale. It's a quarter horse draft horse cross. And I was like, oh my God, that's perfect. I mean, he's 6'4", like a draft cross, like perfect. And it's a cute little buckskin. And then I read the ad and it's a Brabant cross.
A who?
A Brabant is like kind of an obscure breed of draft horse. Actually, they're like a subset of the Belgian.
Oh, okay. So
Brabant cross, 18 months old, about 14 hands. His dam is a Perlino quarter horse mare. His sire is a registered Bayronne Brabant. And they said they've done groundwork. He stands good leads, picks up all 4 feet, likes to be brushed, would need a DNA test him if he has cream to see if he has a cream genes. He should make some beautiful babies.
So he's
obviously
intact.
He's not gelded. So That's okay. That's okay. But then I'm like, that is way too young. But maybe he's like, giant. You never know. Like he could start the horse in the coming spring and have it for the year. Yeah, it was worth a shot because it was 15 minutes from my house. And I'm in. And I'm like, if they are like, and there's pictures of the stallion and there's pictures of the mare and the horse is a foal. And I was like, this is worth going to look at. And so Farm Boy and I get in the car and we drive and I'm like, they got pictures of the stud. This must be like, there was a Brabant breeding operation in Oklahoma, much less one close to my house. Like this could be like kind of a fun find. This could be like a gem. It was not. It was definitely not.
It's what we would expect from rural Oklahoma.
Yeah. So get there and it's really cold and it's so cold that the ground is frozen, which was the only saving grace because I thought when we drove up, I was like, oh, it's like a breeding operation because there's like tiny paddocks with run-in shed, like probably 50 of them. There is not a blade of dead grass on the place, Glenn. It is all frozen mud. The entire property is frozen mud, and there's like round bales in each. Yeah, it's on the top of a hill, and it's a mess. It's a mess. Like, I was glad it was frozen, because otherwise we'd have been shin deep in mud. So we go to see the horse, and I don't know why I was expecting something great. I mean, the horse was adorable, but he was 18 months old. And I think 18 months might have been generous. He was a baby, and he was a draft baby, and he was a draft stud baby. And he was going to be a lot, because he's unhandled. Basically, they just started handling him a couple weeks ago.
If he's only doing a year, you wouldn't be able to really do much with him other than get him started. I mean, you wouldn't be able to ride him or anything.
Well, they said he's 18 months old, and this is the part that was worth noting. I walked up and I kind of leaned under and looked to see his hoo-has, his testicles, and they weren't there.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, so you guys did geld him. No, he's not gelded. But he has no balls. Oh, yeah, he hasn't dropped yet. What? I'm like, no, he should be dropped. He's 18 months old. He's a year and a half old. Like, he should be dropped.
Isn't that happen usually, in a couple months?
Stanley was born with his testicles.
I was going to say, that's what I remember.
One, and then one was only a little higher, and it took 3 days and came down.
We've had a lot of babies over the years ourselves, and they usually had them.
I mean, when I looked up there, he looked like a gelding. And I was like, but he should have, no. The vet said that he's fine, and that it should come out, in a year or so.
What? Maybe
I was
we haven't done that health segment on this show in 14 years.
I need that health segment, so go ahead and make a note of that.
Oh, this sounds like one for Dr. What's his name? Dr. Your guy, Doctor.
Oh, Madison Siemens.
Yes, sounds like one for Dr. Siemens.
So I Googled, so I got home, and I was like, I need to Google this. And the thing was, every one of them said a colt's testicles should be descended at birth. But when the horse is weeks or months old, they might not be visible because the colt's body matures. The testicles might not be palpable. Testicles should descend normally before 18 months. And if not, it's a problem.
Are we sure it was a boy?
There was a penis, but there was no balls, and they said it was a stud. And so I'm looking, and basically it's a cryptorchid. It has no dropped testicles, which means, and they were asking $4,000 for this horse. And I'm like, that's going to be a $4,000 surgery before you even pay the $4,000. So what do they do? They have
to go up there and try and find them and get them out?
Yeah, they have to. It's an intense surgery. They have to lay them down. They flip them over. They have to go find them and get them out. It's a big deal. And maybe somebody's listening who's like, maybe I just don't know a ton about draft colts, but I feel like those things should be visible at this point. And she was like, you can poke around up there. You can't feel a thing. They're way up in there. I was like, that's not good.
That's not good.
That's a problem. So, safe to say, as cute as he was, I didn't feel like.
So, did you read? I have to know now that you started this. Are they is he functional?
He was turned out with a gelding, and they said he wasn't acting steady.
No, but what I mean, in your reading, would they still be able to procreate?
I don't know. I know horses with one can continue to procreate, but I don't know if with two.
They're technically, I guess.
You know what? I'm not going to chance it.
I think that would be a bad vet bill for poor, because you're footing the bill here. So
I'd just be like, you know what? Just put them out with mares. They're up there. You can't see them, so they're not there. I'm pretty sure they would still work. And mentally, the horse would have studdish characteristics.
I will tell you, how big was this 18-month-old, by the way?
He was like maybe about 14 hands. And they were talking about how huge he is. And I'm like, I guess he's big for an 18-month-old, but like he looked like a baby.
So when I got my Percheron at 18 months old, he was probably 16 hands and continued to grow till he was 7 years old. Oh. So he ended up at 18 and a half hands. So they grow for a lot longer period. So yeah, I'm thinking that this one was, and you know, the other thing about Belgians is they tend to not be as tall as a lot of the other breeds. So when you see them working in the farmers' fields, they're usually in the 16 to 16 and a half hand range, but they're built, I mean, they're that much wide too. So, you know, they're as wide as they are tall.
Crypt orchids continue to produce testosterone. Normal stallions and crypt orchid stallions produce the same amount of testosterone. And crypt orchid horses that haven't been completely castrated will continue to show the same aggression as a full stallion. They're not more aggressive. They just have the same amount of drive.
Which is enough, plenty, right? So you still got to get them out.
You got to get them out. And the way that you would diagnose it is a rectal ultrasound, like a
Oh, that sounds cheap.
You know what? Get Dr. Siemens on. I need to know. Book Dr. Siemens. I'm sure somebody is yelling at me who's listening to this show right now. But all I know is my baby colt was born with balls, and this horse is 18 months old and still doesn't have them, and doesn't even have a hint of anything coming down.
Oh, so, I don't know. So you passed on this particular one?
We passed. Actually, Chad was out of town, and I told him I was going to look because he thought it was a cool looking horse because it's like a draft baby, a draft buckskin. Like cool. It was really cool looking. Could be great, you know, but I didn't feel like
maybe in a couple of years.
Yeah. I just said to them, I was like, I didn't drop any knowledge, and so I never tell anybody what I do for a living. I never tell anybody I do a podcast. Let me come look at your horse and judge it and talk crap about it on the radio. So I didn't say anything, but I was like, what I told him is I said, unfortunately, I was hoping maybe he was a little more mature, and because he's perfect for what we're looking for, but Farm Boy's going to graduate college, and then by the time this horse is ready to be started, he's going to be gone, and then it's going to be me who has to do it. And I was like, thank you for that. Plus, I just really think maybe you guys should revisit the whole testicle situation like that. And I don't know if they probably knew it and they were just telling me, maybe not. I always think that everybody's trying to scam me when I'm looking at horses. I hate to be like that.
Did they own this horse for the whole time?
So what they actually told me, the deep dive of this was, I said, oh, so so what registry is he with? Oh, no, he's not registered. I was like, oh, but we can get papers because, you know, you're talking about having him be a breeding stallion. Oh, well, no, his mom is grade and his dad is the horse that we send the pictures of. And I was like, well, how did you come to get this baby? Oh, well, we bought the mare and baby from a kill pen. Okay, let me stop you. So do you even know that this is the dad? That's what they told us. So I'm like, so this isn't even the same. Like, none of this is proof. Like, this horse could belong to Bill's standardbred
now it's making
down
me
the road.
wonder if this thing wasn't even gelded before they got it.
No, they had it. They got it when it was a foal. They bought the mare and foal.
Well, that's what they said.
The pen. They had pictures. Well, I guess they had pictures of stud too. You can Google whatever you want. Yeah. So I don't know. It was
wise move to pass on this.
I did. Chad, you know, he's on a trip and he's like, you always get horses. You always come home with new animals to the farm. And I called him and I was like, guess what? And he's like, you bought the horse. And I was like, I did not. And he's like, oh, hallelujah.
Especially one that's going to eat a bale a day.
Yeah. And this is the exact reason why you guys, buying horses sight unseen is a tremendously terrible idea. And I do not recommend it. Yes, I've done it several times, but I don't recommend it.
Yeah, they always had that. Not all of them have worked out great. So
no, not all of them. But some of them have been great. But I also train horses. I do this for a living. Yeah. You know, I can accept some loss and some gain, and I can see a lot more than some people. But when you look at this horse, I mean, I would not have known he was a crypt orchid. There was no mention of that in the ad. Because they don't think he is, or they do, and they're just not telling you. I don't know. It's all sketchy, and that is why it's Friday, and this is part of our Friday fun. Let's do some really bad ads.
I feel like we already did. I
say, pay attention. If you ain't met one by now, you're bound to sooner or later. He says one thing and he means another, but hey, he can't help it. He's a horse trader.
By the way, it was feral.
Well, it's a laissez-faire.
I've been handling it for like a week.
Of course.
Horse trading.
As soon as they put it up for sale.
Low down line with a sincere stare. Horse trading. Well, if they're talking in circles and the deal ain't square, he's a master in the fine art of persuading. Horse trading.
That's right. It is time for Really Bad Ads. That time of the week when listeners submit bad ads or Jamie goes out and visits them. And and then we just have a little bit of fun with them. So we are going to have prizes next week. I have confirmed that I will know about the prizes for next week, and you guys will like them. Everybody that submitted over the last couple of weeks will be in for the prizes. I apologize for the delay in getting them to you. But let's go through the list, Jamie, of everybody who submitted and is not going to be included this week because we just got too many.
Belinda, Lindsay, Allison, Andrew, Michelle, a different Michelle, Jamma, Sandra, Jack, Jolene, Lindsay, another Lindsay. You guys are all in the running. However, we just didn't have time, but we're going to start with Taylor's. And remember, everybody in the past is also going to be drawn for this prize. Yes. So these prizes. Taylor sent her own in.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'm going to be reading a really bad ad from a Craigslist in Lexington, Kentucky. This is Little Bits, still intact. He is somewhere in the 8 months to 2 year range. He still does the baby thing to other horses. I do not have the funds to breed him. We think he might have swayback, although I think it's because he's fat and young. He's still skittish around people, but once caught, he is into everything you're doing. He's a full personality, and I do believe he would make a good stud as he has studdy behavior. And studdy is spelled S-T-U-D-D-Y, so study behavior. He is super cute. If gelded, he would make an amazing kid's horse. He loves them. He has been desensitized by me, in parentheses, I train horses. He's been doing well with everything. He doesn't know how to pick up his feet. Never bit or kicked me.
What?
I need him gone ASAP, so you can just send me offers. Hopefully they get this guy fixed.
Wait a minute. He's fully trained and great, except he doesn't pick up his feet. It's like, what?
Wait, I think the theme of the day is going to be geld that... It's crazy. Like, this is crazy. What?
I love the fact that his name is Little Bits and he still has his bits. I do like that.
But he's somewhere between 8 months and 2 years old. Like, that's a huge window.
But he's sway-backed, which means he's probably 20. It's like, oh my God.
Why wouldn't you geld that? Oh my God, there's so much wrong with that. It's like these people telling me that this little buckskin's going to make a nice breeding horse. Why?
I love that we don't have the money to breed it either. It's like, well, then solve it another way. So, anyway.
Oh, my God.
Chloe sent the next one in. Oh, my God. Guess what? Guess what it is in the next ad? Oh, it's a quarter horse stallion.
Oh, God.
Quarter horse stallion. Registered but not upgraded. Upgraded. Is that a quarter horse thing? You upgrade them?
I don't know.
9 years old, approximately 14.2 HH. Unbroken. Good to float and have its feet done. Is hard to catch at times. Has had saddles in the past. Been ground driven about 5 times only. 2 of these times with a bit. Has been for bush and road walks. Showed in hand in 2018. Came home with a first champion and champion exhibit in a quarter horse class. Keep in mind, he didn't tell us what level the quarter horse class was. It was probably in somebody's backyard. Sweet boy. He will pick his human. I'm reading it this way because each one's a separate line. I am giving him 2 weeks on the market if I can put up with the BS before, yes, it's time he does get points. What? Before, yes, this time he does get points. Price is not negotiable. $10,000.
Oh, my God.
For a world, it doesn't say world champion. It just says a champion in some class in 2018. He's feral pretty much because you can't catch him. And he's been driven 5 times only.
And here's the thing. Let me just give everybody a little bit of a idea. This is a scam, and I'll tell you why. Right. First of all, they don't breed quarter horses and have quarter horse shows in England. And a lot of the terminology is English. Good to float, that means trailer.
Yeah,
and then
true.
been for bush and road walks, that's not English, like
that
American
sounds
English.
Australian, actually.
Australian.
Yeah.
So this could be this could be Australian. I don't know. I don't know, Chloe. I need more information on this.
Is the next one a stallion?
Scam. All right, Claire sent this one in. God love her. This looks like an Arizona ad. Yep,
it
Tucson.
does.
This is a Craigslist Arizona horse ad, and Tucson, $3,100. I have a horse here. She's 4 years old. Come with a saddle and bit for $3,100. Call or text for any more information. That saddle looks like it'd be worth that much.
It kind of looks like we need a lot more information because they didn't give us much.
Yeah, so it's a picture of a horse that ordained in a very beautiful, like ornate Mexican saddle.
Mexican saddle, yeah.
Yeah, with the matching bridle and matching breastplate and all this. And unfortunately, the horse is tied to a fence very tightly, and you can't actually see anything in this picture but the saddle. So good luck.
Yeah, not enough information in that ad. Andrea sent this one in. I think Andrea might be new. I don't recognize her name. Looking for a new project? Meet Pharaoh. Oh, another Pharaoh. Meet Pharaoh. Oh. He's looking for his new home. He has been pastured with horses, sheep, goats, and more with no problem. He's about a year old, loves attention and being brushed. We used him for our last live animal nativity in the past. Located in Williamsburg, Iowa. Any guess?
Oh my God, you had me scroll down to the picture.
It's a camel. That is correct. God, I want a camel. He's about a year old, so he's a baby camel. Look how tiny he is. He's a baby camel in the picture. He's so cute.
And that is a very appropriate camel name.
Yes, Pharaoh.
I love that.
It's perfect. And he's been in a nativity already, so apparently it went well. Nobody died. They didn't say anybody died. So I think it went well. Look at his face, though. Don't you want one of those? I'm just squish his face.
I never have wanted a camel until this one.
I want him to stay this size, though. This baby size would be appropriate. Unfortunately, they like horses get big.
Yeah, they do. Karen, he is really cute, though.
Andrea, go look at that camel and get pictures for us.
Karen sent this one in. Old trailer, $250. Oh, God. Is there a picture?
Yes.
Of course there's a picture. All right. Must go. Orkin guy says the wood is attracting termites.
So the thing's completely eaten away.
Roof is sound because it gets puddles on top and grows a bumper crop of mosquitoes every summer. Again, Mr. Orkin pointed this out.
This is the first person in history to get the pest guy out for the horse trailer.
I use Orkin, and they've never been this helpful. Was on property when I moved in. Don't know if the wheels turn or anything. I'm going to look at the picture, and I'm going to guess they don't. So it's one of those one-horse wooden trailers.
Looks like a battleship. It does.
It's a Brinks truck. Like
it should have been in Dune. This looks like it should have been in Dune.
Yes.
Pulled by one of those big animals.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. It's a one-horse round front wooden.
Not round
wood
front.
Looks as like a
square
almost
front, triangle shaped.
What pentagon shaped? Hexagon shaped front. It's very beautiful and looks like there's a trailer park next to it in equally good condition. So you might get a 2-for-1.
I love that the Orkin guy was there for the horse trailer. We use Orkin also, and we haven't had a bug since we started. It's so nice. That's not a plug, but if you want to advertise with us, Orkin, let us know.
You know what? Orkin is fine. The problem I have with them is a different person comes every time.
Yeah, that is true.
And so I want like a regular guy, or girl. So if anybody knows anybody, send me a link.
Jennifer knew what brand this trailer was, believe it or not. What was it, Jennifer? Oh, I think she's gone. She knew the brand of this trailer and said they were really nice trailers in the day, but this one looks like maybe it was in the time of.
It looks like the first version of Brenda Up.
It's a Rice trailer.
Rice.
She said.
Okay.
Well, Who knew?
You can go get it.
I love how much mold are on the tires. That shows you how this has not been used. Brooklyn sent in the next one. Update: the man who wanted them is now not responding. Got a 3-for-1 here. Palomino, roughly 16. 15 hands tennis walker mare. I think that was supposed to be Tennessee, and she spelled it wrong. QH Sorrel 14 hands mare, 15 years old. 14-month-old bay filly. She's SHEZ, leads, but ain't been taught nothing. Shell load. Need all 3 gone. I have a video of Palomino and Sorrel riding. 3-for-1, bottom dollar, $2,200. Oh my God, I have no idea what she just wrote.
I don't.
It's
have
like
any
it was
clue.
shorthand in the old days. You had to learn shorthand before computers, and it looks like it was shorthand, but she didn't translate it.
So many numbers.
I know. 15 hands tennis walker mare. I've never seen she spelled that way before.
Shez. It's Shez.
Actually, the horses are kind of cute, I got to admit.
Anytime Shez and ain't in one sentence, it's a win.
Yeah, and it didn't say where this was from, but I'm guessing this out someplace.
Amanda sent in the next one. Oh, okay. ISO, it looks like a Facebook ad.
I gave you this one intentionally because I knew that it would irritate them.
Oh, my God. Okay.
It's my goal to irritate Jamie every Friday before the weekend.
I live fairly irritated, so thank you for adding. This is like a Facebook ISO ad, but she didn't include the page, which is unfortunate because that's one of my favorite things. ISO, a trainer mare to help break this horse. 5-year-old paint mare pictured here. Her previous owner claimed she had been ridden, but we don't think she has.
Judging by the bucking the first time they put on the saddle.
We've done some groundwork with her. She does well with tack. We've put weight in her stirrups and on her saddle. But the first time someone fully sat on her, they were violently bucked off and injured.
This isn't funny.
That is honest. It wasn't sort of a
Farm Boy's looking for a horse that starts.
I know, right? We do want a gelding, speaking of.
Okay.
Over 3, unstarted gelding for cheap.
Okay.
My husband has some experience with training, but we aren't able to risk him getting potentially injured because he does manual labor for a living.
They need some money coming in.
Any guidance would be greatly appreciated. Why don't you just actually hire a trainer and stop breaking horses? Jesus!
You're never going to win that one. Monty hasn't won that one in 50 years.
I'm carrying the torch, man. Hasn't been started. Why do we have to say breaking? It's such like a negative. Okay. You gave me the next one too. So should I just keep going?
Yeah, keep going. I think they got mixed up.
I don't even know where this ad came from. Carrie sent it in. I don't know. It's very special. Onyx. Remember, I don't read these until I scroll to them. So it's not like I know what I'm about to say. 10-year-old QH mare update on everything. That's my intonation for an exclamation point.
Are you going to be doing a lot of that this time?
Yup. 14HHWTC update Coggin. Been there, done that kind of mare. Kid beginner safe, picks up all 4. Sound and healthy. Load in, unload. Rides alone or with others. Been to a few fun shows. English or Western. No bad habits, no vices, no silly business. By the way, there's no punctuation besides exclamation points in this whole
in
entire
random
thing.
spots.
And there's I am not even doing the spacing. Like it's just a big hot mess. It's like somebody learned how to use a typewriter for the first time, and the only punctuation button that works is the exclamation
point. And they
point.
didn't have any whiteout to fix the mistakes.
Nope, and spaces.
And anybody under 40 has no idea what we're talking about right now.
Exactly. No backspaces. No vices, no bad habits, no silly business. She's been trail rode all over KY and TN by an 8-year-old. Oh boy! Waters, logs, rocks. That's the whole line. Car safe, dog safe, not spooky, more will they go? She will go if asked, but she just likes to walk down the trail. Trail horse. Don't act like a mare. She is super laid back. Oh, God, I'm exhausted. And
she does sound perfect, though. I mean,
and then there's
oh, did you see the picture? Oh my God!
Oh my God, it's so cute.
I didn't see the picture before.
I've never wanted a Tennessee walking horse fair. It is so sweaty, but it's like one of those selfie like nose shots, and so it's really cute.
It does look like the horse took the picture.
It does. She tapped it with her hoof.
Oh my God, that horse has a sense of humor. You can just tell by its face.
Yeah. Like I said, I've never wanted a Tennessee walking horse mare until right now.
Sarah sent the next one. I didn't see that picture either. Sarah sent the next one in. 5-year-old nice gewilding quarter horse ready to be rode. Can walk behind under whatever, no kicking at all, loads up pretty easy, 1,200 or trade for good-looking mare quarter horses only. Okay, so what they're saying is their gewilding quarter horse is not good-looking, and we want to trade it for a good-looking one. Preferably.
To be fair, I actually want their phone number. So, Sarah, if you can send it on over.
Because Farm Boy really needs a 5-year-old nice gewilding.
I was like, Farm Boy, we have a difference in what we're actually looking for. And I was like talking to a friend, and I'm like, if we can get like, I mean, this is Oklahoma, and I'm looking for something fairly specific, and everything that's going to come up is a quarter horse. So I was like, if we can come up with anything that's like the less quarter horse, the better. And Farm Boy goes, or the most quarter horse, the better. So we were like, I found this really cool looking Mustang, and he's like, okay. Yeah. It's like, please. Come on. He just wants a quarter horse so he can just rope off of, I don't know. What the hell? I want the Mustang. Caitlin said this one in.
There's our last one of the day.
Last one. Oh, man, there's a theme with this, too. It's either a stud or we're going to talk about Black Beauty.
Oh, God, I can't get away from Black Beauty today.
It's the best day ever. Jumping Black Beauty is the title of the ad. Oh, this black filly is coming 2 years old this spring of 2024. Beauty stands 14.2 hands high. She is not registered or papered in any way. Beauty has talent and ability to no end. She could be recommended for an entertainment horse because she has the ability to jump and follow a pattern.
Could be recommended for a jumping horse, too.
How about she's 2? Stop jumping her.
I think this is freestyle, I guess.
Doesn't matter. She could be a beginner horse for someone who competes in jumping classes. I saw her jump a 52-inch high corral panel just to show she
okay, the truth is coming out now. This horse jumps the fences, and we had one of those one time, and let me tell you what you don't want. Is a horse that can jump the fences.
It's she's celebrating it like it's a selling point. But like I see that and I'm like, nope.
Nope. There's
the next sentence. She also escaped over a 4-wire barbed fence about 42 inches high. And there was no harm to the fence or herself.
She also has no sense of self-preservation at all. You're going to be paying a vet bill forever with this puppy.
You're reading appropriately between the lines, Glenn. Well done. There was, she is ready for the first rider this spring. She has been an absolute pleasure to work with. Oh, I'm sure
when she's at the farm and not at the neighbor's farm.
She has mastered everything her 82-year-old trainer is capable of asking for, and she's ready for some new challenges. Inspection is welcome almost any time.
Not yet, but soon.
Oh
almost any time soon.
So
we have a Black Beauty filly who's appropriate. You can't keep in the field. We'll be at the neighbor's house tearing up their yard and their flowers all the time.
And she just reminds me of a Zeus. Like she needs more challenges like than being a horse. You know, like
it needs a deer fence, apparently.
We house her with giraffes, and she does fine.
And let's not put horses out in barbed wire anymore. One of my pet peeves. So just wanted to say that.
My brain hurts. My brain hurts, and I think all of you who sent the ads in understood the assignment. The ones who wrote the ads.
Yes, today's assignment was torture Jamie. You did very well, everybody.
Bless your heart.
You did all right. We'll hang around for a minute for the Auditor Post Show. Hang on for that. Everybody else, have a terrific weekend. We look forward to chatting with you again on
I was
Monday.
in a good mood. Now it's over. Spay, neuter, geld. Geld.